What's up, yo?
What's the message of the day?
Message of the day. Well, always check your cockroaches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you might have a cricket in there and you just don't want that. I mean, unless it's like, they're like roasted. The roasted crickets, they're pretty good, but the live ones are the best. You want live crickets, dead cockroaches.
I'll take that
Tip of the day.
What up, you guys? It's your tall guy back at Universal Studios Hollywood for a good old time. You guys, can you believe it's been 1 year since Super Nintendo World has opened? So, here today just to look at what Super Nintendo World looks like 1 year later. Our crowd's still hectic, our wait time's manageable. Well, let's go find all that out. But aside from that, don't worry, we're also gonna check out Fast and Furious coaster updates and maybe talk about a little bit of Horror Nights, because why not? If you guys haven't already, drop your tall guy a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get to it. And with no time to waste, no virtual queue needed for today. It's not a busy day. I remember to bring the power up band, so let's head on in. And right off the rip, guys, as soon as you enter Nintendo World, it still has that same charm and goosebumps feel as soon as you enter the land. Everything is just vibrant here, working, so many moving pieces, and the music alone it just brings you home. But I do gotta say, 1 year later, you know, the crowds are still here. It's not as crazy as it was the first few weeks. Let me tell you, those are some pretty hectic weeks. But if y'all remember the soft openings, if you were here for the soft preview openings, those are the golden days. But for the most part, you know, the land is healthy, it's running, nothing bad. People are really enjoying themselves, and I love to see it. Alrighty, so I noticed that these strange ropes are here, and it looks like we already got some damage done to Nintendo World. It's like a kid might have punched one of the portraits. Hopefully they get that fixed soon. That one still works. And you know, for as small as this land is, it has a lot to offer. As far as the dining options go, Toad's Cafe is a great place to eat at if you get the chance to. I've had almost everything on there. I know I got a few videos up in there, but if you find yourself having trouble to join the wait list and maybe they're at full capacity for the day, I do have a video on the channel, best hack to get into Toad's Cafe, link in the description. Nintendo World had when it first opened is it's essentially a pay-to-play type of land. You kind of do need the power-up bands in order to do the mini games, collect the coin blocks around the land, and see yourself on the raking board, which I kind of like too. But you know, aside from that, if you don't even have the power-up band, you can still have fun meeting the characters, getting on the rides. You know, if you don't care too much about the mini games, it's still a great land to enjoy and take pictures around. I do gotta say, I am pretty happy that Universal does keep updating the land, you know, as time goes on. Mainly with its food, which, you know, I appreciate. Most importantly though, Toad. With an introduction of a new character, it opens up more opportunity to bring other characters into the land. Maybe, just hear me out, a walking Yoshi? I don't know. Imagine that. I'm just saying, if y'all could do a freaking Velociraptor, y'all could pull off a Yoshi. Just saying. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Okay, let me get down here to take a picture with you. Alrighty, thank you, buddy. But I'm hoping one day, if they could do it, bring some of the villains over. I'm talking about Bowser Jr., heck, Bowser himself. Who knows? That's a huge character. But I mean, Mario and Luigi are pretty tall themselves, though, for being walking meet and greets. As for the future of Nintendo World, guys, man, I just, you know, hope to see it grow or expand into something new. If you guys didn't know, Epic Universe over at Florida, which is being built, I believe, next year, or Universal Japan is getting an expansion for the Donkey Kong land. As I was saying, a Donkey Kong land is the perfect expansion to a Super Mario land, even though it's called Nintendo World. That's where your opportunities for expansion take place, but the main focus is a minecart ride. For any of you who've never played the Donkey Kong games, a lot of the times Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong go on this minecart on rails. Let me just show you guys a clip of what I'm talking about, this ride system that they're doing. You're on the cart, right? You're on the tracks, but then at some point during the ride, it looks like you're going off of the tracks, but obviously something is holding you in place to make it seem like you're falling off the tracks, but you're landing on. Alright, so I think that'll do it for Nintendo World, guys. It's still running healthy. There's a lot of people still visiting. Busy from time to time. Not as crazy as it was before, but obviously during peak hours here at Universal, it'll get busy to the point where we need virtual queues and all that good stuff. All I wish to see is, Universal keeping up with the maintenance in that land as far as power washing the floors, making them look nice and bright and pretty. Any stains off the walls. That one broken picture frame that we saw earlier, yeah. But for the most part, Nintendo World's still a great time. It's a good time to visit. But now, let's turn our attention to elephant in the room, which is Fast and Furious. You guys, the sightlines this coaster is gonna do, it's gonna be crazy. How far are you gonna be able to see this coaster from? Are we gonna be able to see it from the entrance archway? I know for sure you can see it from Nintendo World because I was looking right up here. But just curious how high these tracks are gonna go. You know, if there's anyone that works really fast on their ride projects, construction updates, it's Universal for sure. Last time we were here, we just had panels up going on this way, but now we got all this going on. Looks like a show building is being constructed first of all, because show building and queue, and then I imagine all this space is just gonna be coaster tracks. Now, I wanted to get into the conversation today. What our ride vehicles potentially look like? You know, it's exciting to see a new ride vehicle come. Now, topic of Fast and Furious, I would hope that the ride vehicles are decked out like cars in a way. I mean, just look at Accelerator over at Knott's Berry Farm. That's a hot rod. Now, imagine if we get Dominic Toretto's Dodge Challenger, Brian O'Connor's Mitsubishi, rest in peace, by the way. But yeah, it'd be exciting to see if we get different styled ride vehicles, which would be amazing. Alrighty, now let's talk about this screenshot from X, you guys. Ryan's Theme Park. Shout out to this man for the blueprints that he happened to found based on Fast and Furious coaster. But it looks like we're going to be getting a dual load and unload launch area, which is great for capacity issues. And on top of that, it's going to be interesting that there are going to be metal detectors in the queue before you hop into the ride. So if you thought you were done with metal detectors before you enter the park, no, you got a metal detector in the queue for this ride before you load on, which I have heard. I've never been to Universal Orlando, but my good buddy Dale in LA mentioned that Velocicoaster also has metal detectors in its queue, mainly to stop guests from taking loose articles on, you know, sunglasses, the cell phones. Because think about it, if you got the coaster way out here, I'm not too sure how much it's going to expand off to the Starway area, but if it does happen to go in that direction, you know, last thing you want is a phone slipping out or something in your pocket slipping out, hitting a guest down there. I imagine there'll be safety nets, but you know, I'm glad Universal wants to take the extra precaution necessary in order to, you know, stop those things from happening. And if you guys enjoy seeing these coasters, you guys, best place to subscribe if you want to see these weekly updates from Universal. We talk about HHN a lot. We're going to be covering the Fast and Furious coaster itself. If you haven't already, subscribe. Alright, you guys, as we make our way out of the park, let's end the conversation with some good old Horror Nights. 2024 season is going to come around eventually. So let's talk. Last time we did a video, we speculated Terrifier, Art the Clown, to be becoming a Horror Nights this year. Not bad of speculation if you ask me. But if you guys all follow John Murdy on Twitter, he's actually going to be in LA this weekend, sometime this week, not too sure. Flying over from Ireland for a secret meeting. I'm not too sure why they couldn't do it over Zoom, but it's going to be here to talk HHN with some people. Maybe to spot some locations out and whatnot. But did you guys know a special anniversary was going to be happening this year? If y'all didn't know, Creature from the Black Lagoon is actually hitting its 70th anniversary. That's crazy. 70 years. Does that mean we get Creature from the Black Lagoon to finally appear at HHN Hollywood? I know Orlando got their fair share of him, but maybe it's time for this Universal monster to make its appearance here. And that'll, I think, complete the lineup of the monster, you know, all of the monsters we had throughout the years. But as far as construction goes, guys, it's January. Ain't nothing happening. Nothing happened until maybe February, March, until we maybe get our first tents up. But some shots from the tram for you guys. Here's the Mummy Lot tram shot. Nothing much, guys, but we'll be here to record it when it does happen. Love being a pass holder out here at Universal, guys. And if you're a pass holder yourself, be on the lookout for some special benefits Universal did announce. We're gonna get a button and a magnet soon, and then some special food offerings eventually. Gotta love it, right? Everybody, with that being said, thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, I appreciate all the support y'all leaving me. Comment down below, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. We got all these updates keep coming along every week. We'll be here for it. Alrighty. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, by the way. SoCal Tall Guy. Other than that, yo, catch this tall guy at the next theme park, because we are out of here.